I've been trying to make my wallet fold all day. Cashing in my dreams, big payout. Underneath my money tree, big shade out. Now these models.
Hey, what's going on, you all? I'm Brandon. I'm a guy who flies, flight attendant based down in Miami, Florida, and I am here today to talk about my schedule for September. Not sponsored. So I'm late coming to talk to you all, but you know what? Life is busy. And for those of you who have been subscribed to the channel and follow my working, you know the boy is working back to back to back to back. But here we are. As always, I'm going to start off by talking about what I actually bid for next month, and then I'll talk about what I actually got. For this particular bid, I went away from my bidding low and filling in my schedule, and I said I'm just going to go in for 100 because my seniority is so great right now with all of the new hires coming in that I was like, I'm just going to ask for 100 hours. Like, I know I want to work 120. Let me just ask for 100. I'll fill in the extra 20 or so later on instead of asking for 60 and having to add another 60 throughout the month. Plus, the bid packet for next month looked amazing. Next month is kind of chill. I mean, there's only one holiday, Labor Day, and then I was only asking for 6 specific days off. I wanted the 3rd, 4th, and 5th off because I was flying to LA to the Chicken and Hennessy Festival out there. And then I asked for the 17th, 18th, and 19th off because it's my friend's birthday and she was thinking she wanted to do a birthday trip somewhere in the Caribbean. So I asked for those 6 specific days off, but for the rest of the month, I was like, fill me up. You all know we bid in preferential bidding, so you got line 1, that's what you really, really want, all the way to line however many you put that you, all the way to the bottom, basically. So my first 1, 2, 3, 4 lines were specific trips, and I was really strategic about what trips I wanted. Y'all know I like go in my bullet journal each month. I don't know if you can really see it. And like I was able to like map out like, oh, this trip fits here, then I would want this one, then this one, then this one, and this one. And I made like 3 versions of that. So I was like, schedule A, if I don't get schedule A, give me schedule B. If I don't get schedule B, give me schedule C. I did that first. So after asking for those, you know, 3 kind of set schedules, after that, I was like, if I don't get any of that, then I went into my generic preferences. So the next couple of lines were me asking for 4-day trips, which I don't care to work, but the credit on them was amazing. So I was like, let me ask for these 4-day trips. Then after my 4-day trips, I asked for the 3-day trips. And then after 3-day trips, I come all the way down here, whoa, and I asked for 2-day trips. You all know, if you've been following me for a while, and my seniority, the only thing that I could hold was 2-day trips. 2-day trip, you all. On a 2-day trip today. You already know, another 2-day trip. I'm about to start a 2-day trip. So typically I would work a couple 2-day trips every week to get up my hours. So I'm asking for 4 days, and then 3 days, and then 2 days. And then finally, under the 2 days, I asked for the 1-day pairings or the turns. Submitted it, let it go. You know, system does what it needed to do, and then schedules came out, and mine looked like this. I was like, oh, wait. Yeah, it looked decent until I was like, wait a minute, what happened? What happened here? What happened here? Because these are the days that I wanted off. So I remember I told you all I asked for the 17th, 18th, 19th off. Got that. I asked for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th off, which is like Labor Day weekend. Did not get it off. And this is like the first time in over a year that I could not hold my days off. And I was shook, clutching the invisible pearl. But the reason why was that there was just so much flying on Labor Day weekend that there were not enough crew members based on what people were asking off to cover that flying. So then it goes through this process called unstacking, which I won't even go into details about, but that basically means like the system has to rewind and prioritize denying you those days off to assign flying. So I ended up with a schedule that is, I want to say exactly 101 hours, which I was like, okay. And I am working 17 days and I have 13 days off, which too many in my book, so you know I'm going to fill in a little bit more. But I have really decent trips. So I have a 4-day trip, a turn that I want to get rid of, a 2-day that I want to get rid of, then I have another 4-day, a 3-day, a 4-day, a 4-day. So you all remember the 4 days and the 3 days were like right at the top of my schedule. And so I'm gonna go and look and see the details to see where exactly these came from, because you wanna really understand like what your seniority is versus like what you should bid for based on what you can hold and go like right there. You don't wanna be like aiming high. Like some people shoot for the stars and it's like it's bidding. Like why? Don't do that. And then some people lowball themselves. So you want to like really go in like, this is where I am in seniority and this is what I can hold. The first things they put on my schedule was this 4-day and the turn that covered the days that I asked off. Ew. Then I got a 4-day trip from line 2, which remember I asked y'all for those set schedules. And then I got another 4-day on the 30th, which actually will carry over into October. That one came from line 3. My trip on the 13th came from line 3. And my trip on the 7th came from line 4. So all in all, I got everything I wanted in like my first couple of lines. Then there's this random trip on the 17th, on the 21st, that came from line 11. And I had to literally go back and see like, what was line 11? Because I have no idea. I had like 50 lines this month. Line 11 was 3-day trips worth about 5.5 hours per day if the position was equal to A. So if I could be A position. And that's where that trip came from. So we have a decent month. Let's go back and check out these layovers because they're different, you all. I am happy to tell you that my whole month will not be spent in Newark, New Jersey. Although I do have 3 Newark layovers. We're also laying over next month in Phoenix, in Denver, in Fort Myers, in Philly, in Las Vegas, in Atlanta, in Salt Lake City. We're over the map next month. Rude. So yeah, that's that. We got the schedule that we wanted, kinda, and I'll bring you along for it. So I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and I will see you all the next time I go to work.
It goes by.